Hello friends, how are you all? And there is an exciting news from me that you all know that I have started Inside Commerce Studies in Chennai, and I am part of Inside Commerce Studies now. So from an individual to an institution, so I have just taken it to the next level with all your support. And now I am introducing you one amazing faculty for auditing. So I know him from last 1 year, and I have been interacting with him. And his name is CA Ram Harsha sir, and he was taking auditing classes for inter level with us in the last attempt, and now he started taking classes for CA final also with Inside Commerce Studies. And really, no, I am excited, pretty much excited to introduce you. And I associated with him mainly for the purpose of giving the best education to all the students, all my students. And over to Ram Harsha sir. Hi sir, how are you
Yeah,
sir?
thank you. Yeah, I'm very fine,
Yes
sir.
sir.
And since it is a pandemic time, just completely at home, locked up at home.
Yeah, me too sir.
And of course, the classes are going on right from home.
Okay sir.
And I hope you're also good, sir, doing good.
Yes sir, doing good sir. Just now recovering from COVID sir, doing good. And yes sir, so sir, actually no, I wanted to have a small pep talk with you, and it will be
Okay,
like an
okay, sir.
interview session. Okay, and
Yes.
this is mainly for sake of my students. On behalf of them, I am asking you this questions. Sir,
Okay, sir. No issues, sir.
firstly, I
Welcome.
wanted to know your journey as a teacher, sir. That is, when did you start taking classes? For how many years you have been into teaching profession, etc.
Yeah, sure, sir. First of all, sir, if I have to explain my journey, though you're asking me about my journey of teaching profession, I would like to give about my entire CA
Oh,
journey.
super, sir. Yes, sir.
So I have started. I entered into CA CA registration with ICI around in 2009.
Okay, sir.
So I registered for CPT. That time it is not CA Foundation, it is
Okay,
CPT.
sir.
Then I became a chartered accountant in 2015.
Yes, sir.
So in 2015, immediately I didn't even look for any industry also.
Oh,
I realized that I'm very much passionate towards teaching when I was in articleship itself. And I'm very happy to say that I did articleship in Chennai, sir.
wow, super, sir.
Almost, yeah,
So
yeah,
if
I
I'm
did
not wrong,
articleship in
if
Chennai.
I'm
And
not wrong, it is TNM Associate, sir. No,
no,
no.
not TNM
Okay, okay.
Associate. It's Bhupati and Co.
Oh,
R.
okay. R.
Bhupati and Co.
Bhupatian. What's there, sir? Both are
Yeah,
both are DT faculties only. So
yeah, both are DT
yes,
faculties and DT experts,
yes,
of
yes, sir.
course. So in Nungambakam only.
Okay, sir.
And one more thing, I must say that I know very fluent Tamil also. I'm very happy that I know Tamil fluently.
Oh, super, sir.
Uh, so I did my articleship there. So when I was in articleship, we used to have Saturdays, certain sessions, half day sessions we'll be having,
Okay, sir.
where we article assistants have to take certain classes,
Okay,
seminars, whatever the latest updates that are getting.
okay, okay,
So we have to take a session for half day.
okay,
And that time I used to participate so enthusiastically.
okay.
And I discovered at that moment, okay, my cup of tea is something like, teaching.
Yes. So the spark
So
started there.
immediately, yeah, my teaching experience have started there.
Okay.
And even when I was doing all the seminar sessions, I used to get very good appreciation for seminars, especially.
Okay.
Rather than the work, for seminars, I get more appreciation.
Oh.
And somehow, that planted a strong seed. Somehow my enthusiasm, my interest towards teaching has developed there for the first instance.
Great, sir.
And the moment
So
the
I'm hearing
moment
for
I
the
wrote
first time that
exams,
articleship gave you a great experience. Because I will feel
yeah,
like
of course.
I'm hearing all negative things about articleship only. But good that it has added some good career choice for you. Because personally, I like when some professionals are coming into teaching profession. Because no,
Mhm.
I had a choice like to go for a job, etc. and all, but I never went for the job and I opted for teaching. Many times I tried to go back to job, leaving teaching profession many times. Perhaps
Which is impossible.
recently also when MTD care was shut down in Chennai. At that time also I thought, okay, let's go for job. and I made application with some people, and perhaps I got a good offer and in the indirect tax department of that particular corporate, but I did not
Okay.
I could not go. The pandemic came. Exactly, the pandemic came, and at that time I started taking a batch, and thereafter again I am back into teaching. So many times like this, maybe God has designed it such a way that I should not go into any job or what, I don't know. Even though many times I tried, but I could not. So when I see the counterparts, more or less, so you are also of the same, like my age group only, sir, and so when I see
Yes.
you are also telling like I'm so passionate about teaching right from the beginning of articleship, I really feel like great, sir. Amazing it is. Yes, sir.
Yes. And here, sir, I would like to add one note.
Yes, sir.
For me, even like you only, I never went to a single interview
Oh, okay.
because that was not at all my plan of action in my that's not because when I entered into CA, what objective I entered into with CA is, of course, definitely to get a good job or practice something.
Correct, correct.
But in my articleship itself, I realized this is what something my passion is.
Super,
So
super.
generally, it is
No,
very
sir, because
difficult to realize.
generally today there are many people, even though we have a passion, what will happen because
Huh.
of the circumstances, sir? Because see, earnings is something which is
Yes, yes, agreed, agreed.
earnings is something which is always there. So because of the earnings, what some people will do, even though they are passionate, because there are many people who are passionate about many things, but end of the
Yes,
day,
agreed.
when they need to earn money for their family, for their living and all, so many people will be forced to go out of the passion and do some other things.
Correct,
But that way,
correct.
definitely, sir, someone should be there on the top. Almighty should be there who should be guiding us. Okay, fine, don't worry.
Exactly,
Even in
exactly.
this profession, even though there is no guaranteed income here, I will show you some future.
Yes,
Like that, the someone should be guiding us now, sir. So that part
yes, yes,
which I am
correct, sir,
telling,
agreed.
no, I am blessed. I am blessed in that aspect, and you are also blessed, sir, because
Yeah, really,
you never
really,
got
yes.
that kind of situation to leave your passion. So
Yes, yes, sir.
that is really support of Almighty, sir. So that's what I feel.
Of course, I 100%
Yes,
agree.
sir.
I won't deny
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And sir, then
So,
yes, sir. Yes, please, please,
hmm.
please continue, sir.
So like then I decided this teaching is something which I'm passionate for. Then I entered into this.
Okay.
I till date, by God's grace, there is no turn back for me.
Oh,
I should be really thankful to the God.
great,
There
sir.
is no
Yes,
turn back
nice
to
to
me.
hear that.
And I must say here, until last year also, I worked with a private institute. Of course, when we work with certain private institutes, of course, in teaching field only, there are some restrictions which I can't tell openly.
Okay.
Uh,
No, sir, I
so
can
I
agree. I
literally
can
feel
understand, and my students who are listening this also can understand because
okay,
they
okay,
know
fine.
all these things. Yeah, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I started from past 1 year individually on my own completely.
Okay, sir.
So I literally feel my new life have started from past 1 year.
Wow, nice to hear.
So that's my journey, sir.
Same, sir, mutual. My new life also started 1 year, 1.5 year back only, sir. From
Yeah, I have seen you, sir. I've seen you literally day by day how you are putting your efforts on Insight. And today, so many in Andhra and Telangana also people know about Insight. That's really a challenging thing. That's really something, a rewardable thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
actually, we started this with a good intention, sir. I'll tell you what has happened. My plan is
Yeah.
like I don't want to make this coaching center as a literal coaching center and make money out of it. That is not the primary
Yes.
objective. So we wanted to give CA coaching to any student, irrespective of whether they have money or not. Suppose if I don't
Okay.
have money
Hmm.
also, I want to complete CA coaching, and is there any coaching center? So I am there. You can come and you can study with me for foundation and inter. So such a kind of assistance I wanted to provide to many students at large, and quality
Even I
coaching.
have noticed your fees structure and the quality also I've seen.
Yes,
The kind of faculties you deploy, I've seen the quality and the fee structure nowhere comparable.
Yes, sir.
You are charging the lowest fee
Yes.
and providing the best quality. I know, to best of my knowledge,
Yes,
as the one of the industry participant, I know very clearly about
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's what, sir. So now I just wanted to ask you some questions, sir. That is,
Yeah, please, sir, please.
sir, don't take it in a different way. I'm not insulting your subject, But generally,
Sure, sure, sure.
auditing is a theory subject. So this is the usual
Yeah.
usual notion that many students are having. Auditing is a theory subject. So how you
Yeah.
are going to deal with that, sir? Because taking classes IDT. See, I will not say IDT is purely practical. It is mix of both. Taxes means mix of both theory and practical. So while
Of course,
explaining
of course.
provisions and solving the problems, it will be like some interest will be there because that provisions will be connected to the illustrations.
Yes.
When money
Yes.
comes in, sir, when problematic questions and all come in, automatically things will be like jolly only for the students. But
Yes, of course,
auditing
of
being
course.
a pure theory subject, how are you going to manage, sir? Like, do you feel like students?
Sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
here I would like to clarify one basic question.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, to call a particular subject as a theory, see, there is a difference between theory and practical.
Yes, yes.
What is practical subject means? Something what is there in the book and there in the outside reality.
Okay. Yes.
So, then it is a practical subject. Something which is there in the book,
Okay. So you mean to say
something which
audit?
is there in the book,
Okay, fine, sir.
like something if is there in the book but not there in the practice,
Okay,
then only the word theory is used generally.
done. Then I
Now,
will buy your I will
why?
buy your philosophy, sir. So therefore, auditing being used in practice, therefore it is a practical subject. Correct, sir?
Sir, it is most practical. No, not just because it is used.
Okay, sir.
But I'm telling you, sir, especially if at all a student who have done audits in a very small form, probably let us assume,
Okay.
he may feel auditing is a theory subject. Why? Because he have not seen advanced audit related application.
Okay, okay.
Suppose, let us assume you take a student working in Big Four.
Okay.
See, generally, I am not supporting to any firm here, first point.
Okay, sir.
But I want to give you an example. If you take a student working in Big Four, each and every standard that are there in auditing standards, we have standards on auditing 35, and there are some other standards of 10, totally 45 standards are there.
Okay, sir.
All the 45 standards, each and every line, sir, I'm talking about each and every line. There are 2000 pages of auditing standards totally.
Okay, sir.
Each and every line is used in real life, sir, in Big Four entities.
Okay, okay.
Now, suppose if a person who have a good exposure to that kind of work,
Okay.
and if that person is taking classes,
Okay.
it can never look like a theory.
Understood, sir.
Suppose if I never look at the practical application of the standards anywhere,
Okay.
and if I explain that particular standard, obviously student also feels it's a theory subject because I cannot give a best example.
Correct. I do agree. So it's all actually end of the day it's in the hands of the faculty. Correct.
Exactly. Hands-on experience is most important thing for a faculty.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So no doubt about it. Like I know you, sir, I know you. You are studying all case studies, latest cases, latest High Court judgments, Supreme Court judgments.
Yes,
You are reading it because you want to make your subject most practical.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So the same way, I also every day update myself regarding latest internal control related data, how in Big Four entities internal controls are audited, how they use data analytics, how they use sampling techniques.
Oh,
Everything I also update myself.
super, sir.
Why I'm doing all this is just I want to make the students get the latest knowledge.
Correct.
And sir,
No, so
I'm not
that is the attribute which is required for every teacher, sir.
Yes,
At CA final
exactly,
level,
sir.
CA final level, because
Yes,
the
exactly,
students
at
at
CA
CA
final
final
levels.
level actually are
Hmm.
on par knowledgeable like us. To be
Yes.
frank, because
Yes, agreed.
their 3 years of articleship, when they undergo, they will see many things and they are updated.
Yes.
Compared to us, they are more updated.
Of course,
And they
I
just
should
like that
agree.
evaluate whether a teacher is properly teaching or not, because someone who teaches from
Yeah,
the
sir, that is very much in the current generation.
correct,
They
someone
can
who
evaluate
teaches
very correctly,
whatever
very
is there in the
accurately.
book, na sir, he will say like, "Arey yaar, it is already there in the book. I don't want you."
Correct, agreed.
So we need
Yes,
to
sir.
really give them something like the knowledge which is beyond the books,
Yes,
and then they will
exactly,
appreciate and they need to
exactly.
understand why it has come and how it is practically
Yes,
applied. Some kind of interest when it is created, then they will like the
yes,
subject and they will be taking it to the exam
yes,
hall.
sir.
So I do
Sir,
agree with that
very
fact.
simple, sir. Yes. This can be given as a one line, sir.
Okay.
Sir, when a student is attending your
Yes,
class,
sir.
like our class, he should feel the quantum of book explanation should be like it should make, I mean, the student should feel like book is 5% of what we are saying.
Okay.
So if in that a way, if we make a student to feel like now, like, then book will appear very small for him. No, for him the subject will appear very simple,
Yep.
because he has seen in the class the bigger dimension of the subject.
Correct.
So we want to give such kind of experience to the student.
Understood, sir.
So if we make the subject like that, there is no question of theory at all, because for everything I'm showing an example.
Understood.
If I show a real life example for everything, it never look like a theory.
Correct, sir. Correct.
So that's what my take on your first question.
Yes, sir. Super, sir. And friends, so this is Ram Harsha, sir, for you. And amazing person. So when I interacted with him couple of times, so his insight towards the teaching profession and the subject auditing sometimes mesmerizes us. And I know even myself and he, we share the same kind of
Yes.
a mindset with respect to the teaching profession. So he also wanted to give the best to his students, and he is starting a new batch for auditing, starting from May 30th, right, sir?
31st.
31st, okay.
31st.
Yeah,
sir,
May
31st.
31st. So he's starting a new batch from May 31st, and that batch is going up to July end. So he's planning to
July
take
end.
around some 180 hours. He's planning to take some around
Yes, sir,
180
180
hours
hours.
to. That's something, sir, because, sir, I never saw any faculty taking auditing for 180 hours. So really, that is commendable,
yes,
sir,
yes.
and really so happy for you that I'm really excited to see how students are going to take it, because, sir, 180 hours of auditing, really I don't understand why, sir, 180 hours is required.
Sir, I must give you a little explanation
Yes,
here.
sir.
Sir, 180 hours, why I have decided is, sir, in CA final, we have totally 18 chapters as per ICS study
Correct,
material.
sir. Correct. Book itself
And
will
you know,
go
sir,
for
you know,
book itself will go for
ha,
some
the
2 modules,
book
3
itself
modules,
is for
sir.
around,
3 modules.
of course,
Okay.
it will come around 800 to 1000 pages, sir.
Oh,
800 to 1000 pages
okay.
almost. And one more thing I must say that there are some chapters, sir.
Okay, sir.
There is a chapter called audit reporting,
Okay.
which occupies for almost 100 pages.
Oh,
And there is another chapter called professional ethics, which is 160 pages. Only one chapter, sir. 160 pages.
okay.
And there is another chapter called audit under physical laws, which is almost 200 pages.
Okay.
Only these three chapters itself 350 to 400 pages content.
Oh,
And there are many lengthy chapters. I can say, sir, out of 18 chapters, almost 8 to 10 chapters, each chapter takes minimum 15 to 20 hours.
oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Average.
Okay.
Or I can say 12 to 15 hours.
Understood, sir.
Remaining 8 chapters will take like 4 to 5 hours. They're small chapters.
Okay, sir.
So even if I have to restrict the syllabus, even if I have to restrict the content, sir, if I have to explain what is there in the book,
Of
hardly
course, sir.
120,
Yes.
130 hours
Sir,
is enough.
I'm listening to the first faculty who is telling, like, I want to take from the study material, because, sir, I will tell you how generally perspective is. So they will create one summary book, and from the summary book they will be teaching something, and that will be completed in some 80 hours or 100 hours, and that will go for the exam. The students will go for the exam, and students also many times will clear with some 40 45 marks or 50 marks. So that's how the trend was, because when I studied
Sir, like,
yes, sir. No. Now also many students are like that. But what I can say is that generally when faculty wanted to take, because many times students will be commenting on me also the same thing. Sir, you take a lot of time, because I take indirect tax 180 hours, and I ensure that everything in the study material is being taught to the students.
superb.
So that's my objective,
Okay.
because I always have a fear. What if the student see some question in the exam, and if that question is not discussed in the class, then he will scold my entire generation, sir, my family, my next generation, and all. He will scold. So I have that fear, and usually I'll ensure that every part is discussed in the regular batch. See, fast track means the student
Yes.
knows that it is going to be not 100%, and he will come. But regular batch means the
Yes, yes.
student feel like I'm going to cover everything like that with that apprehension and
Yes,
assumption only he
exactly,
come. So we
exactly,
cannot cheat him, na, sir,
exactly.
when it comes to
Yes,
regular
yes.
batch. So I
Sir,
can understand,
you
sir.
know, yeah, this can be given as a simple summary like, sir, if at all we want to tell only the concept alone,
Okay, sir.
120, 130 hours is enough, sir.
Okay, okay.
But, you know, my auditing classes, I designed 180 hours of curriculum. I want, because see, sir, like students who are coming to us,
Correct.
not every student come from Big Four, sir.
Correct, sir. Correct.
So
Correct.
many students will come from an articleship firm where they may not have a good exposure.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Like suppose Big Four people itself will take, sir. They don't have any exposure towards tax. Most of the
Correct.
Big Four articles works in internal audit and risk management.
Correct.
So they don't have any exposure towards tax.
Correct.
They don't have any exposure towards stat audit, which occupies 50% syllabus in our auditing, sir.
Correct. Correct.
So they have literally zero exposure.
Understood.
So I must give them the best exposure towards statutory audit where they don't have exposure. At the same time, I must give them tax exposure because they don't have it.
Correct. Correct.
Now coming to the other segment of articles who are coming from small and medium sized firms,
Correct.
they will not have excellent exposure towards internal audits, management audits,
Okay.
operational audits, peer review, quality review. So they will not have good exposure on that.
Understood.
So I should give them that kind of exposure.
Correct.
Like as if I have to make, sir, like once the auditing class over, the people who worked in Big Four and the people who worked in other than Big Four, they should
Equal.
become like competitive
Yes.
to each other.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, I cannot say equal. It depends on again their
Correct,
personal
correct.
skills, but I must make sure that they are aware of everything.
Understood, sir.
So for that reason, I have taken a 180 hours curriculum.
Super, sir.
So that's
Really
the
nice to
explanation.
hear
Sir.
that, sir. Great. And yes, sir. So even so that's what maybe this is the queries generally what students also will be having.
Yes,
So
yes,
hope
sir.
that is.
I hope we have clarified mostly.
Yeah, mostly, sir. Mostly. Even because even I had that. Whatever questions I have, usually students also have the same thing when they see it from the student
Yes.
perspective. I can sense that. So yes, students. So this is the faculty about, and he's a really amazing auditing faculty. You can see his demo videos also,
Thank you.
and you can decide whether to attend his online class. And the class timing will be from
Yes.
evening 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it is in the evenings
Yes.
only, and so 2 months. It's spread over 2 months. And really you will get the best knowledge. So don't think that for auditing subject and all should we spend 2 months time and all. So because the end of the day every subject is for 100 marks only, and every subject
Yes,
is equally
exactly, sir.
important, and in your exam you don't know which subject will make you clear that particular group. So we don't know which attempt, which paper will come easy, which paper will come difficult, because sometimes no indirect tax paper will be easy, sometimes indirect tax paper will
Yes.
be the difficult. So it happens. So therefore
Yes.
nothing wrong in preparing in all permutations and
Yes.
combinations. And generally I will say to all my students, so be a
Yes.
Arjuna in Mahabharata rather than an Abhimanyu in Mahabharata, because Abhimanyu learnt only half and went to the Padma Vyuha battle.
War,
So
exactly.
he died. So be an Arjuna in Mahabharata, so that learn everything and go, so that definitely success is there in the battle. Yes, CA exam is also
Yes.
battle, without denying that fact.
Yes.
So due to that reason,
Yes.
and thank you Ram Harsha sir for sparing your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Really, even I'm very thankful for having a live session with you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Yes,
a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
friends.
thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
friends.
sir.
Take care. Bye.